Everybody. My name is Chris Chavis, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you about sports and music and why I think it's important to use music in sports to develop creative and charismatic leaders that are currently sitting in our classroom to be the future leaders of America. Music plays an instrumental role in today's society. It influences everything from daily workouts to amateur and professional sporting events to soundtracks that help take us to a place of association within that event. There are a handful of situations music could be used more extensively, but today I'd like to direct how music is used in sports and why I think it could be an effective tool in the development of our youth. Studies have shown how important music is to people throughout their daily lives, but even more so when spending money to enjoy an experience or create a memory that could last forever. A perfect example of this is when the football team at Virginia Tech University takes the field. They get dressed out next door in their practice facility, then they enter the stadium together in front of 60,000 plus fans to the Metallica anthem, Enter Sandman. These 18 to 22-year-old kids instantly become superstars and superheroes behind a uniform and a powerful rock song. When you get a minute, take a look at this 4-minute clip that highlights exactly what I'm speaking to. While we've seen a handful of instances so far where music brings out the best in our entertainers and college stars in sports, let's shift gears as to why it could be important in other areas and how we can incorporate the two. It was once said that it all comes down to the song and the message the team or the individual is looking to relay. How many of you have ever been in this situation? A boring office meeting or a conference that lasts way longer than it should. Well, just imagine this is how kids feel during most of their school day while sitting through 6 to 8 hours of curriculum and teachers who have been doing this job for way too long. What if there was a way we could change that? It starts early, it starts in schools, and it starts from the ground up. You have to teach them confidence. You have to teach them charisma. You have to teach them to believe in themselves or relate to a character or song that can help them believe in themselves. Where is this most prevalent? Sports. You see in the top left where the Chicago Bulls, they used to play a song that Michael Jordan and the Bulls would come out to. It transformed the stadium into a superhero setting. The Clemson Tigers when they take the field in Death Valley. Ricky Vaughn who comes on the field to Wild Thing. Or WWE superstars that transform a wrestling match into an arena of where gladiators fight. Whether it's the NFL, NCAA, MLB, WWE, or the NBA, these athletes use the power of music to transform their brain into the next chapter, obstacle, game, or performance they're about to encounter. That's what gives them the motivation to crush it. Why don't we incorporate the same positivity, creativity, and confidence and fun that we see being used in sports to teach today's youth how to better succeed both as leaders and creative positive thinkers? How much more fun would that office meeting be if you had a boss that incorporated music or a walk-up song when they made their appearance that day? School's where our children go to learn, right? But can it also be a place where we teach them valuable life skills such as public speaking, confidence, and creativity? Sometimes it's important to think outside of the box. And the easiest place to begin to incorporate this in school is through music. It has to start with the teachers. They can start with games like kickball or basketball. Not every kid has to have a walk-up song or a show that they put on, but you can challenge them to get creative and step outside of the box. Have teachers promote a fun environment where the kids are encouraged to pick songs that embrace their personality and ones that they can play as they arrive to the court or when they take the field. It may seem small or petty, but to the millions of people who watch from their TV each week, it looks as though music in sports is having an impact on everyone from Little League Baseball to the Olympics. Think again about that boring office meeting and how much more engaging it would be if the presenter took a page out of Ric Flair's handbook to spice it up. I believe charismatic leaders are who we need to look to develop, and doing so at a young age and through our school systems is where we need to do it. I challenge you to get creative, have fun, and take a page out of what's taking place in sports, entertainment, and music to figure out how to incorporate that into our schools to develop confident, charismatic, and vibrant leaders who aren't afraid of their own skin. I challenge you to use music and sports to teach that lesson.